Hey everyone, welcome to Tuesday night Team Freedom Zoom call. We're so happy to have you join us. Tonight is going to be a fantastic, power-packed call. So you do not want to miss this. Go ahead and get on your iPhones and get those team members on. Go to your group chats. Everybody's got a group chat, right? And tell them, jump on this call. Give me a thumbs up, somebody, if you can hear me okay. I'm on a new computer. Okay, great. Tonight, we are so excited and blessed to have the amazing Diamond Ambassador, Lisa Shryock, with us tonight. She's actually my upline. She's my mentor. She is just a fabulous person. I'm so grateful to have her in my life. Her story is fantastic, and I love her story. So tonight, she is going to just share who she is with you guys and just tell you her story, and I'm sure she'll say, if she can do this, you can do this too. So she's a married wife. She's a mama to, I believe, two boys, and she lives in Atlanta, outside of Atlanta, Georgia. So I'm going to be quiet and let her take it away. So here she goes. Go ahead, Lisa.
Thank you, Data. Y'all, how amazing is Data, right? She is, everybody do thumbs up. 2 thumbs up for Data. Like, she is, whether she knows this or not, she is somebody that I look up to because of her strong leadership, her faith in God, her just all around fantastic person, so sweet. You know, she's never she's never altered from her beliefs, and y'all are under the great leadership of Data. So thank you, Data, for asking me. This is a total honor. As Data said, I am Lisa Shryock, Diamond Ambassador, and I certainly would not be Diamond without all of you amazing people that is on the team. So I just want to kind of give you guys all kudos, props, raise the roof to you guys, because I certainly wouldn't be here without you guys on this journey with me as well. So I just kind of want to tell you a story about and the story, it doesn't take place 3.5 years ago. And y'all, I'm going to start crying because I start crying every single time I tell the story. But I'm going to tell you a story that happened many years before 3.5 years ago. And the story is about despair, loneliness, unhappy, scared, didn't think there was another way. It's a story about a girl with 2 children, a marriage that was failing because the husband cheated cheated all the time, and moved the family away to overseas, and it didn't work out. And this person did not have any clue of how she was going to make it. She had 2 children that she had to support, and she didn't know how she was going to make it. And it's so emotional to me. And as you probably already know, the story is about me. So I was in a bad marriage, and I finally decided enough was enough. And you're probably saying, why am I going way back? Because way back is where I needed to go and where I needed to be and where God had me. He has his plan worked out. And that's where I was at the time. And I knew I needed to change. So I packed up my bags, literally from Japan, left my 17-year marriage, and came to Atlanta, Georgia, moved in with my sister. I had no clue of what I was going to do to provide for my children. They were 10 and 7 at the time. I didn't have a college education. I didn't have a degree. My degree was hard knocks. That was my degree. I went on an interview with a telecom company that my sister had arranged for me before I left Japan. And y'all, I did not even know how to cut and paste on a computer. Like, I didn't know how to do any of that, but I knew I was desperate enough for change. I knew I needed to support my children. And when you're in a situation like that, you're going to do anything, right? You're going to do anything to provide for your children. So I lied in the interview Yeah, I lied. And I told the manager, because I figure you can learn everything, right? As long as you can teach me, I can learn it. I'm bright. You just got to teach me. So I said, I know how to do spreadsheets and I got this. Absolutely, I can do this, because I was desperate. I needed to make a living for my children. So I didn't know how corporate works, and I didn't know that they needed to send you an offer letter in the mail, and they go through HR and all this process. So at the end of the interview, he had said to me, do you have any questions? And I flat out said to him, to his eyes, I said, do I have the job? I'm a single mama. I need to provide for my children. And he sat there for a minute, and he just kind of like, and he said, you had the job, welcome to WorldCom. And it was MCI WorldCom at the time. Y'all, no experience, right? No experience. So I got the job, and for 14 years as a single mama, I raised my boys with a 9-to-5 job. And when I tell you 9-to-5 job, y'all, and it really makes me emotional, because I missed so much of my children's life. I was stuck in the car 3 hours a day. I had to get up at 6:30 in the morning to be at work by 8 o'clock. I had to leave the house at 6:30 in the morning to be at work by 8 o'clock. I missed award ceremonies. I missed being there for my children on vacation. My sister had to take my children on vacation with them because I had to work. I never got a break. For 14 years, I did this because I had to provide, and I didn't think there was a way out. I always saw myself working a corporate job, being chained to a desk, having to answer to a boss, having to answer to 9-to-5, and missing out on my children. And it tore me up. So after 14 years, I survived layoffs. And, after 14 years, my job ended. They laid me off. And being almost 50 years old, I was devastated, because who's going to hire, at the time I think I was still 47, going on 47, who's going to hire a 47-year-old when there's whippersnappers out there coming out of college? Who's going to hire me, right? So I was scared. I remember coming home that day and crying on the way home, thinking, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? So my boys have grown up and doing their own things and stuff. And I did meet Michael in the middle of all this, and we had gotten married. And so a year after we gotten married, I had lost my job. Now, things were fine. Michael, could provide for us, but I knew that I wanted more. I wanted to be able to live the kind of lifestyle that I deserved. I deserved to not struggle, right? As a single mama and all that, I deserve that. So I got introduced by Plexus from ProBio 5. If you guys don't know how I got started in Plexus, I asked a question on Plexus Worldwide Facebook site about ProBio 5, and lo and behold, Tamara Holloway answered my question. I don't know her, didn't know her from Adam. She's in Arkansas. I am in Georgia, right? And let me back up really quick about my story. Right before I got laid off, Michael and I had bought a little vacation home in Florida. So we were all on our high vacation home, but then I got laid off. And we were like, oh my God, what are we going to do? So I started interviewing, and I turned down a job making about $28 an hour, and we moved to Pensacola because we knew that would be better for our finances. We knew that the house in Pensacola was small enough, the payment was small enough. We could really tackle what we needed to do there, refurb it, and our payments would be smaller. Michael's house here was taken care of with his daughter renting it. So the reason why I quit, I didn't accept that job, because you're probably saying $27 an hour, oh my gosh, like that's great money, right? But the reason why I turned it down is because, first of all, I believe God had a bigger plan for me. He knew that I needed this. And I'm going to tell you why he knew I needed this, because it hits home with the family member. So I turned that job down, and I focused on Plexus, because my first paycheck with Plexus after 2 weeks of sharing about Plexus was $600. 2 weeks of sharing, $600. That is like crazy. There was an aha light bulb moment when I said, there's something to this Plexus. I'm going to do it. We moved to Pensacola, and I grew my business sitting in my recliner, reaching out to people, interacting with people, talking to people, sharing with people, getting on the phone, stepping out of my comfort zone. And I did that for a whole year. If you do your business with all of your might, with whatever time that you have during the day, if that's an hour or if that's 2 hours, you need to spend those full 2 hours or that full hour doing your Plexus business. Because I'm telling you, at the end of it, when you reach whatever goal that you want to reach, it is very much worth it. At the time when I started Plexus and I met Tamara, like I said, I didn't know her. She just answered my question. We became friends, and she called me one day and she says, how would you like to do this share Plexus? And I was like, well, okay. Tried everything else to get healthy. I'm okay. Immediately I started sharing, made that $600, right? But little did I know, and this is where it really touches me, is my why had evolved into something other than me needing a job and extra income and getting healthy. But my why evolved into helping my son, because he is an addict and he lives in California and he's been homeless and he has no place to live. And when you help somebody like that, you need the means to be able to support them, because they made a lot of bad choices. Not a bad person, he just made bad choices. And God knew that I needed to have this extra income to be able to help him. I've been able to pay his rent while he starts to get his life back together, and and pay his rent and help him. I didn't know that I needed all that at the time. I didn't know that. God knew that. God led me down this path. So whatever you're doing in your business, if you feel like giving up at times, know that there's a bigger plan that God has for you, that he is going to provide for you. He is going to make a way for you. If your goal is to reach it to the top, you guys, don't stop. Don't stop, because you never know what tomorrow is going to bring you. I never knew that my son was struggling like this. He moved to California. He got into a situation and just downward spiral. God knew the whole entire time. It would have been a very bad financial deficit in our finances had I not had Plexus to help him, because I wouldn't be able to afford the California rent. The rent there is very expensive. So why am I telling you this story? Because you all have a unique story, and you don't know where your why is going to bring you to the end. Your why is going to evolve into something different. Every step along this way, your why is going to be different, right? It's going to meet needs. You're going to be able to help people. I'm able to give back to my church more than I've ever dreamed of in my entire life. I've never been able to write. When I get my statements, and I'm not bragging about that, but I truly believe in tithing my money and giving it back to God, because I feel like he has given it to me, and I need to honor him and give what I feel is what he needs back. And so when I see my statement at the end of the year, knowing that this is what I've contributed to the church, y'all, it is the best feeling ever. Like I have a big goal in mind to be able to write this big giant check, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it one day. But you have to remember, when you are setting your goals and your financial goals and your health goals and stuff, they are very obtainable. They are where you need to be, and you can't give up. I never would have been able to make, I joke all the time about how I love to shop. And I joke all the time about, buying this and buying that. Y'all, believe it or not, I'm a thrifty shopper. I shop at Goodwill. I go to, the Salvation Army. I'm a thrifty person. I shop sales all the time. I do it frequent, but I do it smart, okay? So whatever lifestyle that you crave, helping people, I've been able to help so many people because of this business. I've been able to reach goals and help our finances and help my son. And thank you, Jesus, he's on his way back from being really rock bottom. When you see your son in the airport, my first trip to Hawaii, after he had been homeless for 2 weeks on the street, 3 weeks on the street, and you see that face, you guys, it does something to you. And when knowing that I'm able to help him and support him just brings it all of why I'm doing this. It's not about me. It's about helping you guys achieve your goals and see that you can do it, because you can. And the financial part of Plexus, it's amazing. The freedom, the time freedom, to go and do what you want to do. It's amazing. I want to be able to eventually help homeless people, because what I saw in California will tear you down. It is not for the lighthearted. And so I want to be able to eventually bring something, I don't know what it is, but something to the homeless people. Your business can reach so many people, whether you know it or not. So make it about other people. Make it about helping people. Make your why. Y'all, my why makes me cry every single time I tell my story and my financial story. It's fun. Yes, I'm a diamond. The income chart shows what we make. But y'all, it's work. Are you willing to put in the work? Are y'all willing to do that? If you're willing to put in the work, do thumbs up. Because your life will change, and you are going to change other people. So I hope that I have been able to fulfill, what Tatha had asked me to do with you guys. Just know that she, under the leadership of her, trust me, she doesn't put things out on the team page just to fill space. Okay? Because I promise you, she's got lots of things to do. She does it because she cares about you, and she does it for you guys. So always remember what your why is. Go back and revisit your why, and know that we are changing lives. Thank you, Datha.
Thank you so much,
You're
Lisa.
welcome.
Thank you for sharing, because some of that I did not know myself. And y'all, if you're listening to Lisa, she is our upline. I mean, I am her level 2. So you're looking at her, and you're her levels 3, 4s, 5s, 6s. So you need to make sure that you're following her or friending her on Facebook. And she's always there for us if you have any questions, and she's amazing. So thank you, Lisa. I look forward to seeing you just in a few weeks in Hawaii.
Yeah. Just one more thing too, guys, and you're welcome, Datha. My pleasure. Some people might look at diamonds and think we have it all together. Y'all, I'm sitting here in pajamas with my hair a wreck. I told you my story about my son, which I haven't shared with a lot of people, but I really feel like it's really impactful because it is part of my story and part of my why. So I'm slowly sharing that part of my life, because for a while there I was really kind of embarrassed about my son's decisions, and the Lord told me, Lisa, you didn't do it, he did it. You raised him right. You just be there to help him. So thank you, Datha, for that. And I hope you guys really take what Datha has to bring for you guys and put it towards your business, because listen, if anybody believes in you wholeheartedly, I do, she does too.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah. So thank you guys. Thank you guys.
For me, I want to take a picture, Lisa. Thank you.
You're welcome, guys. And I have another call I got to get on, so I'm going to go. And if you guys ever want, friend me, because I feel bad because some of you guys I don't know. And it's not that I don't care. I do. It just friend me. Send me your request.
Friend Lisa. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah. Okay, you're welcome. Bye, guys.
And so we're going to jump into the next part of this call. I'm super excited to bring you some amazing information. We're going to try to get through it pretty fast, but I promised some of you I was going to do this. So here we go. I'm not sure why Melissa is up there. Everybody should be muted, and I'm going to screen share, and we're going to get this next portion started. Here we go. Y'all just give me some grace. Because I've got to figure out how to screen share. Okay, here we go. And also give me grace in the fact that my teacher is Jennifer George Pickett, and I talked to her today about some of these names of these bacteria, and I am saying them in the Southern slang. So I'm super excited. Y'all, this is going to blow y'all socks off. You ready? I'm going to try to get through it pretty fast. So take notes if you need to. Product knowledge. We're going to talk about VitalBiome and XFactorPlus, and I'm going to sing their praises until everyone knows exactly what these two products do. Okay, and now I'll have to go to the next slide, and let's see if we can make this happen. I don't know if I can do it off of this. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how to share my next slide, you guys. Oh, goodness. Let's see.
I'm not sure about in presentation mode, but you might be able just to use your up and down arrow that's on your keyboard.
I tried.
Not work.
Let me try it one more time. Okay. Okay, there we go. What is microbiome? Microbiome is just a balance of your good and bad microbes in your gut. It affects all of these things right here. Your mood, your immune function, your weight, your nutrient absorption, your overall health. Science, this science is so far ahead. A friend of mine who's a Plexus ambassador went to the Museum of Science and Industry just a few months ago. She walked in and they had a big, massive mural, and it said, "What is your microbiome?" So we are cutting edge with Plexus. Did you know that your body is full of trillions of bacteria, and you actually have more bacterial cells than human cells? 70% of your immune function comes from your gut. 90% of mood-boosting serotonin comes from your gut. Your microbiome can be damaged quickly by antibiotics, environmental assaults, diet, poor sleep, and chronic stress. Anyone can relate to that? Any of those things? Dysbiosis. 60% of Americans live in a state of dysbiosis. Moody, bad breath, anxious, excess gas, bloating, constipation, increased risk of digestive problems, vitamin deficiencies, feelings of sadness, impaired immune system, and skin conditions. This is dysbiosis, you guys. Having the wrong bacteria in your gut can make you feel terrible. And I know a lot of us has gotten relief from these symptoms with our Plexus products. This slide is amazing. It's our products and what they do. They weed, seed, feed, and protect. If you want to find this slide, it's in your back office under shareables. Everyone should have this. This is one of the first things that I send new potentials when they ask me about the triplex, and you can share it right from your back office. So first, we're going to talk about VitalBiome. These are some things that it does. It reduces GI distress, boosts immune system, boosts digestion, and improves your mood. It is backed by science. 8 different bacterial strands, and it's the right strands backed by 279 scientific studies. The strains are selected with the best survival rate to make it to the GI system alive. 20 billion live probiotics, delayed release veggie capsule, and a special plexi-pack bottle. That's why the bottle is so thick. So guys, the scientists didn't just throw 8 strands together. These were hand-picked specifically because what they do. It wasn't by chance or let's try this one or that one, but they were literally picked to go together to do these amazing things. So here we go. We have 3 strands of lactobacillus, 3 strands of bifidobacterium. We have Bacillus coagulans and Saccharomyces boulardii. Those are the ones that Jennifer talks about. That's my southern slang. Maybe I didn't say them right, but we hope I did. We're going to talk about lactobacillus first. This produces lactic acid, which makes the GI system more acidic, and it keeps bad bacteria out and yeast under control. It helps improve digestion of food. It improves or supports immune function by stimulating the NK cells to help counter bad microbes. VitalBiome contains 3 strands of lactobacillus. This lactobacillus strand, acidifius antimicrobial to improve gut health. Lactobacillus helvetis, clinically demonstrated to reduce feelings of stress and anxiety. And Lactobacillus plantarum. This produces lactic acid, which keeps bad microbes in check. Bifidobacterium. It is the best studied probiotic on the market. It reduces gut inflammation, supports healthy immune system, produces vitamin B12, biotin, and vitamin K. And someone asked me on our Team Freedom chat, I think it was Ashley Rock. Janine asked me if one of our products had biotin. She asked me today or yesterday. Well, there you go. It's in the form of bifidobacterium. So let's make a note and let her know that. It protects from bad microbes. VitalBiome has 3 strains of bifidobacterium, selected because of the survival ability and the ability to adhere to the gut wall and strength of the studies. So those are some fantastic things. Jennifer said that most strains of bacteria do not even make it to the gut. So these are a very, very hardy bacteria that's going to make it. The bifidobacterium strands, bifidolactis, it rapidly restores microbiome after antibiotic use. That's huge, guys. I bet there's half of us on here have been on antibiotics sometime in the past few years. Bifidolactis, it clinically demonstrated to reduce bloating and improve intestinal regularity. Bifidolongum, clinically demonstrated to improve mood, reduce stress, hormone levels, and decrease anxiety symptoms. Saccharomyces boulardii, it's the good yeast that functions like a probiotic. It protects against bad bacteria and restores disrupted microflora imbalance. So it protects, just like that big doggy's protecting the little one. Bacillus coagulans, it's a lactospore. It's a hardy spore-forming microbe that activates in stomach acid. This is how it starts working. It clinically is demonstrated to reduce GI stress, relieve bowel discomfort, and benefit health. So we're the health and happiness company, correct? So what this product does is restores balance of good microbes, reduces GI stress, combats bloating and discomfort, supports a healthy immune system, and improves digestion and regularity. Happiness, reduce feelings of stress and anxiety, stabilizes stress hormone, and improves mood. 32% decrease in anxiety, 25% decrease in feelings of sadness, and 27% decrease in anger and hostility. And all of that, y'all, is VitalBiome. Every single thing so far is VitalBiome. If you're not on it, you need to get on it. It's amazing. Now we're going to go into XFactorPlus. And I'm just speeding along so we can be finished and not be too much over our time. This is what XFactorPlus can do for you. Better mood, better energy, stronger nails, stronger hair, helps with menopausal symptoms of hot flashes, insomnia, fatigue, and anxiety. This is why we call it our Superwoman pill. It's a super multivitamin. It's active and bioavailable, so your body can actively and actually use the ingredients. Has a high potency, complete B vitamin complex. Bioactive forms of B vitamins include the 5-MTHFR form of folate and methylbiome. Provides at least 100% daily of 19 vitamins, minerals, contains over 50 essential minerals, demonstrated to promote gut microbiome protection and health, and contains polyphenols in the form of grapeseed extract, and still contains aloe that's going to aid in the absorption. Look at this, y'all. This is insane. Contains 23 nutrients compared to 10 in the original formula. Includes all of these fat-soluble vitamins, such as vitamin A, D, E, K, K2. Includes a high-potency B vitamin complex, which keeps me talking at this speed, even though I've been awake since 6 o'clock this morning. Includes folate as vitamin B9, the most bioactive form of folate. Methylation. And this right here is so interesting. My sister is really big on genetics, and she's had genetic studies run on herself, and she actually has this genetic defect, which means that she got it probably from my dad. So we wondered why my dad's family always liked to take naps. This is probably why, and this is straight from my sister. 40% of the U.S. population may have a genetic defect that makes it difficult to utilize and absorb folic acid. And it's a genetic defect. XFactorPlus utilizes the most bioactive form of folate. Also contains methylated B12 and methylcalibine, which means that the B6 and B12 is actually absorbed into your body if you have this gene, which causes it not to be absorbed. Grapeseed extract is also in XFactorPlus, a polyphenol and powerful antioxidant. Microbiome activating formula contains 400 milligrams of powerful polyphenols like apple and grapeseed extract. Protects cardiovascular system and clinically demonstrated to reduce menopausal symptoms like hot flashes, fatigue, insomnia, and anxiety. Pray, and all the sisters say amen. Microbiome activated complex. It's scientifically validated by an in vitro human gut simulation that mimics the human GI system. So they're just not making this up. It actually went through testing. Reduced production of undesirable compounds in the gut, reduced ammonia levels by 18%, increased beneficial lactobacillus by 15%, and increased beneficial Akkermansia microbe by 9%. And y'all, Akkermansia, you need to read about it. It's either in your gut or it's not. And it causes people to have trouble losing weight if it's not there, and you cannot replenish it. But what you can do is feed it to make it grow. And that's what Akkermansia does. I mean, write it down if you're taking notes and study Akkermansia. It is unbelievable. And it also increases beneficial bifidobacterium by 2%. 2 times. Minerals. XFactorPlus contains over 50 natural occurring trace minerals. Uses several minerals in their most bioavailable form, so it's going to be processed through your body. Many of these minerals, like molybdenum and boron, are chelated. Chelated minerals have complex structures that allow them to travel freely in the digestive system for maximum absorption in the bloodstream. It also contains selenium. It's a trace mineral. Selenium is a super antioxidant, essential for healthy heart, immune function, thyroid health, and brain function. XFactorPlus uses a form of selenium that is chelated to an amino acid for highest availability. So your body is using these products, y'all. The primary benefits is strong bones, healthy nerve and muscle function, helps maintain a healthy heart, supports healthy immune function, helps support healthy blood pressure levels, promotes healthy skin, hair, and nails. Wow, and there's more. This is what else it does. Protects against free radical damage, boosts energy levels and metabolism, promotes mental clarity and concentration, improves mood, helps reduce symptoms of menopause, supports healthy thyroid, supports eye health and night vision. We need this after the eclipse. Enhances normal cognitive function. Can I get an amen? This is crazy. Who do you know? Who do you know that suffers from depression or anxiety? Who's going through menopause? What is holding them back from living life to the fullest? It may be XFactorPlus. So, is that just not crazy, y'all? That is just absolutely crazy to me that there's so many things that it actually does. Well, I know we ran over, but I really wanted to get that in. Thank you so much for joining us. If you have any questions, I can stay on here a minute if you want to unmute, and I'll stop the recording.